All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is your brother Shamak. I have the Great Millstone Atlanta Camp. Before I get started, I give all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well in the overseas tabernacle of David. And Shalom to our sincere brothers that's pushing teaching truth across the four corners of the earth. All right, Shalom to all you sincere believers out there. Okay, so I want to touch on the Hebrew edification video pertaining to the scripture of Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And I first want to read the scripture and then go into the verse within the Hebrew. And there is one highlight I want to make within this verse that I didn't know before going into the Hebrew edification. All right. So this is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And it reads, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." And I went into this verse, okay, because this is a main quoted scripture within the body, within the men of the Lord, within the prophets, because we're always mentioning the scripture. And it's because it's truly an important scripture, man. All right. It's one of the most important scriptures within the Bible, man. All right. So without further ado, going to the Hebrew, okay, aspect of the scripture. All right. All right. Let's see if the video focuses in. All right. Salakia. Messing with my own eyes right now at the moment. But let's see if it focuses it in. Salakia. All right. Still not focusing in. All right, there we go. All right. So for the book of Isaiah, all right, first the prophet's name Isaiah in the Hebrew is Yeshaya, which means Yahweh's salvation. Okay, we're going into Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And with the Hebrew, pertaining to the Hebrew English translation, each word, it's a lot of, within the English language, it's a lot of fluff. All right, but within Hebrew, it's more direct. Okay. And this is rehearsing the righteous act, because we're going to have this fluent language, which is the holy language, which is the Lashawan Kadash, which means holy, is Kadash, and language is Lashawan, okay, the holy tongue. All right, we're going to be speaking this fluently within the kingdom, all right? But it's good, to at least practice and rehearse those righteous acts. Okay, so going within the verse, I just go ahead and read it within the Hebrew first, and then dissect it word by word, all right? So first off, beginning, it reads, and we read the Hebrew and read the Hebrew from right to left, okay? Whereas in the English language, we write from left to right, okay? But continuing on, it reads, Wa haya amawanaf atayaka Hassan Yashawa'af Kakamaf Wa Da'if Yaraf Yahweh Haya Awa Tazarawa. It's tongue twister, Slakia. Awa Tazarawa. All right. So within this entire verse, and you can also, pause the video and capture a picture of whatever the case may be. And my resource from creating this Hebrew edification pertains to HebrewOldTestament.com. Okay. HebrewOldTestament.com. Okay, so going within the word within each Hebrew word, because I've written that Paleo Hebrew characters below each Hebrew word. All right, so you can sound it out. All right, and with the Hebrew as well, the words with the translated purposes, it's the words are really mixed around, with the translation. Okay, because there's two different languages, man. Okay. And then you have different tenses purposes, which you add the af at the end, yaka, which makes words plural, okay? But just to put forth emphasis on that point. All right, so you have wa and haya be. I'm a one-off, okay? And then I want to touch on this. I want to highlight this word here because in the scripture, it mentions stability. And the word there for stability is I'm a one, okay? And for tenses purposes of the sentences, you pronounce it I'm a one-off, okay? So when the brothers mention, for wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, stability goes into faith, all right? We're going to have faith. We're going to have the I'm a one, all right? For the sentence, it's mentioned I'm a one-off, okay? For the tenses purposes, all right? So I'm a one goes to faith. Stability goes into faith. All right, so the word there is faith. When you go into the characters, the character, the Paleo Hebrew character spell out, I'm a one. All right, I'm a one-off. All right. So stability, that's the first highlight I want to make within the scripture, man. All right. And I didn't know that before. All right, I'm just being honest, okay? And that's heavy. You know, that's heavy. So stability goes into faith. It goes into, because the word there in the Hebrew is I'm a one. All right. And continuing on, ata yaka, which is times. Ata is time. If you want to make it plural, you add the yaka. So it's times, okay? Ata yaka, times. Hassan, which goes to strength. And another word, if I'm not mistaken, for strength, is kazak, all right, in the Hebrew. All right? So here it goes to Hassan, which is strength. All right, it goes to wealth, riches, because we store our strength into Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. We store our treasures within heaven. All right? And continuing on, with salvation, Yahshua Af. All right? Goes to the word salvation. All right, continuing on, it says, Kakama'af. Kakama'af. All right, we're really Salaki. Kakamaf. All right, with it in, the word truly here is wisdom, okay? Wisdom. All right? And the word itself, wisdom itself, is Kakamah, which I have the vocab words below written in the scriptures, okay? Within this Hebrew edification. All right, but continuing on with the sentence, wa, and the if is knowledge, okay? Yaraf, which is fear, okay? And fear in itself, the word itself is yarah, all right? But for the sentence tenses purposes, it's mentioned yaraf, all right? Then you have the Lord's name, Yahweh, okay? And the Lord is always, just to make another highlight within the Bible, okay? You understand that this the Lord's name because it's all the four letters are capitalized within the Bible, okay? Lord is capitalized all throughout the Bible. Why? Because it's the Lord's name, man. And you go into those Hebrew characters, you go into those 4 Hebrew characters, it spells out Yah-ha-wah-ha, okay? And you leave off the A at the end, so you have Yahweh, okay? That's the Lord's true name, man. It is not Yahuwah, okay? It's not Yeshua. It's not Yahweh. It's spelled Yahweh, okay? Because you go into the 4 Paleo Hebrew characters, man. You have to go into the characters to find the Lord's true name. And this is the Lord's true name, man. All right? So that's the one highlight I want to emphasize as well, okay, within this Hebrew edification, is that the Lord's true name is Yahweh. Okay? The Lord is capitalized all throughout the Bible for a reason, man. That's the Lord's true name. Okay? And continuing on, it says Hayah, all right, which is be, all right, to be. Awa Tazarawa, which is treasure, his treasure, okay? Awa Tazarawa, his treasure, okay? So you see how I mentioned before that the words would be all mixed around, but it's pertaining to, the translation of Hebrew to English, man, okay? English is fairly, a new language, all right? So just to read it out again, you have wa, which is and, hayah, be, I'm a one-off, steadfast, stable, which ultimately goes to faithful, faith. All right. Continuing on, it says, atayaka, times, Hassan, strength, because the scripture says strength is salvation. Yashawa'af, which is salvation. All right. Continuing on, it says, kakamaf, which is wisdom, wa, and da'if, which is knowledge. Yaraf is fear. Yahweh, which is the Lord's true name, Lord. Hayah, be. Awatazarawa, which is his treasure. Okay, and I had I wanted to point out 5 important vocab words within the scripture. All right, so of course you have wisdom. You need the characters below. Chakimah. All right, you have knowledge. Da'if. All right, you have faith. I'm a one. Remember that stability goes into faith, man. That's very heavy, man. Because we quote the scripture 24/7 on the highways and byways that are mentioned by the men of the Lord, mentioned by the prophets. Okay, and that word goes into faith, man. You learn something new when you go into the actual Hebrew of the scriptures, man. Okay, that's another reason why it's important. Fear, which is Yarah. Okay, and for sentence purposes, you have the Yarah off. All right, and it asks for other words, for example. Okay. The Lord's true name, okay, as you have here, Yahweh, the Lord's true name, Yahweh, all right? And just to read the scripture one more time, you know, and Lord willing, those lessons edifying. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right. So, and with that, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right. And I will end out by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well in the overseas tabernacle of David. And with that, I want to say Shalom. Abba, keep the faith. Shalom.